Hello everyone, welcome back to hour number 2, Die Party Hollow Earth Expedition Week number 9. Wreckage, we were looking at a giant circle in the wall. Not in the wall, but a donut. Floating donut. It wasn't floating.
Uh,
It was on the ground.
and
And
action
somebody
got
botched the science
one
roll.
success. You do have style points.
Yeah,
with
use
which you
them.
can re-roll that sort of botch.
Okay.
If you were so inclined.
I'll run a style point and give that another go. Here's for another 2. Anybody with me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
3
Hey,
successes.
Well, you did
Yay.
get another 2, so, like, you know.
You got
I
two
got
more.
a couple of 2s.
Yeah.
All right, 3 successes. 3 successes are insufficient to determine anything, really. Whether or not it is mystical, magical, scientific, engineering, chemistry, electrical based. You can't determine any of that. However, 2 things that you do notice with an examination with 3 successes is first that the ring itself is covered in various Atlantean runes that you could spend time to translate if you wanted.
Yay!
I'm sorry, every time anyone ever says, it seems to be covered, my mind instantly goes to Nickelodeon Gak. Like, just, I don't know why. Just
That is an
Like-
odd,
straight
was
away. Just like,
a very odd
Continue.
place
Interesting.
for your mind to go.
Yeah, well, interesting.
90s kids, man.
Yeah.
Only
remember
late
that.
90s kids will meme this.
Yeah.
But you could translate these runes if you spent time doing so. But the other thing that you notice is that there is, at the base, on the opposite to the side that you approached the circle on as a group, there appears to be something coming out, some tendrils, some sort of cables perhaps,
Ooh.
coming out of the bottom of the ring, and they disappear into the earth, leading off to your right, the right direction.
That's the direction that Otto wants to go now.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Otto. Science people know stuff. I beckon the Mafia guys to follow us too.
Just to make it easier on everybody, we're going to say that the direction that you first went forward out of the door, that'll just be north, even though it isn't north.
Cool.
In any sort of magnetic sense. And now you guys would be heading east.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Then let us go east. Let us
Okay.
east it up.
Go east, young man.
You must go to the east, to Morrowind.
Wow.
You
Don't tell me
follow
you guys
along
never played Morrowind.
this large stone wall that or surface, this face. There's nothing wall about it. You follow along with the cables until the cables turn back into the archways and columns that make up the rest of this subterranean basement.
So
So
pretty much, they
the
just dead end.
The cables
Well, no,
go
they curve
into
in.
a column.
Yeah.
No.
and
They go
disappear?
into the space. They curve back into the space that you were previously in. They curve away from the wall.
I think
They
the
were
idea
following
was
along.
to follow it.
Yeah.
Follow them,
Or follow the cables.
Yeah.
So you continue to follow the cables.
Mhm.
They lead you eventually to what appears to be a actually masoned wall, like the walls of the brewery.
Okay.
Again, wrong choice of words. The wine cellar, masoned, worked stone, and they continue to go along as well. Only now you are with a different wall. You're with the east wall now. You were along the north wall. The north wall was this large stone
Okay.
surface.
Yeah, that makes
You are
sense.
now along what is the east wall, and the cables are continuing to, forward.
Still
Up ahead-
following the cables.
Yep, up ahead
Yeah.
you see light.
Should I douse
does-
the Molotov?
Well, and that's up to you. It does not appear to be
Hang on to it.
torchlight. It appears to be very bright light that You can see several columns away. You can't see its source, but it pierces into the inky blackness of the rest of the cavern.
Okay. I'm going to keep the Molotov lit, and I'm going to head in.
Are you taking point?
Yeah, I'll take point.
All right. Up ahead, along the east wall, you see huge turquoise double doors. Along the edges are gold-trimmed carvings of various figures, and in the hands and mouths of some of these figures are
Potato chips.
glass orbs that are producing white light, like artificial light bulbs.
What happened to the power cable? Are they still following it, or?
It goes to the door and passes through it.
Yeah. Is there any way, can I like pop out one of those little light globes? A small, discreet one? Like a flashlight type deal? Or
I mean,
will it...
do you try?
Yeah, I'm gonna not trying to like stick my hand in power cables, but just see if I can just pull it out and like carry it if it's
You're just
designed to
gonna
do that.
grab with your hand one of them?
I mean, if it's okay, let me
Just do it,
rephrase
man.
this. I'm gonna
Just
put my hand over it to make sure it won't burn me. Then I'm gonna grab one and then see if I can pull it off.
Like a light globe, like what you do when you're trying to change it. Yeah.
Like a light, just see if it's a light glow. If it's like a sort of super space age flashlight deal, lantern deal.
All right. So why don't you give me a strength check to see if you can pull it out of the wall?
Oh, I have to actually yank it out of the wall. In that case,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Because I
it's
thought
not
it was
just
something that would come loose by itself, but if it doesn't, I'm not too interested.
No, it's a fixture of some kind.
So,
or
okay, well, I probably shouldn't be
worked
ripping it out of the
into
wall.
The carving anyway. Yeah, you guys come on these great big doors. There's some Atlantean carved in them too, if you want to translate, if you want to make the attempt. But otherwise, there are large double doors, turquoise metal, like what makes up the bars, only they are ornate structure doors. And the cables disappear into the wall alongside them.
Before we open the doors, I will take a moment to try and have a look at the doors and the writing.
Atlantean's very literal. It literally says blue door on it. So.
Yeah, it says blue
Big
obstacle.
door. Big.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Remember,
Hey,
can
you are just sciencing it up.
You can imply that you take extra time with these rolls.
Yeah, they don't have time though, so
That is
would,
true, I guess.
Yeah.
You can do it. I won't stop you, but you'd probably have to convince the rest of the group to just sit around and wait.
It's okay. His science powers are only active in daylight. We're in a cave.
It's true.
He needs the sun's rays,
He's a reverse
Yep.
vampire.
or
Yes.
Superman.
Or Superman.
Reverse science vampire. Let's go with that. No Superman.
What?
Yeah, apparently Superman is dumb.
Superman is bullshit.
Hmm
He is kind of the cheap, easy way out of superheroes.
Basically.
Yeah. So, well, with 2 successes, you know that it's Atlantean.
Hey guys, I know where it came from.
Nice.
All right. In
All
that
right.
case, I'm gonna see. Can I just open the door normally, or do we have to? If otherwise, we're gonna have to use the friggin' amulet. But I just
Well,
don't see,
it doesn't
like, a handle
have-
I can turn.
A knob or a handle, but you could try pushing on it if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll try pushing.
Okay.
You fall through the door, killing yourself.
There
Yeah.
is very immediately a loud screeching metal noise as it moves inward like a bathroom stall door.
Much like a door would. If you
Yeah,
push
much
it.
like a door would. Much like a... but it scrapes against the other door and against the ground and against the ceiling, and the entire cavern echoes with metal on metal sounds.
Eh.
Shit. I look back sheepishly and say that was Haddock's fault. Then I walk through.
So you open it all the way, even despite
Well, I
the
mean,
noise.
I'm gonna
push
open it enough. I mean, I've already made the noise. The cat's out of the bag on that one, so I'm gonna open it enough for a person to slip through, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
stop pushing.
All
'Cause
right.
I mean, if on the off chance that someone in a 10-mile radius didn't hear me open that door, I don't want to.
I imagine it's very
next
much
half
like that
hour.
scene from Indiana Jones where Indiana Jones is like hitting the floor, the marble floor with the signpost, and then the guy's
Yeah.
stamping the
Wham,
book at the
wham,
same
wham.
time.
Yep.
That's what I imagine it's like. And then he just except
Everyone's
instead
opening
of
doors at the
stamping the
same
book,
time.
he's someone else is like painting a wall or something.
Just like slamming a bathroom door.
So whenever he paints a stroke, it's like scraping metal, and he's like,
Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind, Rhett. Can we retcon that, please?
I have to admit, I'm curious if Dave heard that, or if Rex.
Yeah,
That was loud enough for Rex to hear.
Yeah, if you have any teeth left in your mouth, the noise didn't shatter them.
My teeth fell out because of the noise.
From the direction that the hallway opens up, Dave,
Yeah.
Rex,
Yeah.
you hear what could be a bat in the cave beyond, faint and
So I do
like
hear
a-
something that
a little scream.
pierces the.
Well, it could be
unknown
a bat, could be wind. Certainly doesn't sound like metal on metal.
Okay. I don't really pay much attention to it then.
Back to the others.
Yeah, we're talking about like hair products or something like that, and how she gets her hair that color, and then
Motor oil.
Maybe she's born with it.
maybe,
Maybelline.
yeah, maybe she is. Yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's Maybelline.
She better be born with it, or she'll be sent off to the camps. Anyway,
Yeah, she dyed the blonde away.
She's actually a
Strange.
redhead.
Strange choice. Well, that would be a wise choice then.
I disagree.
It would be in Nazi Germany a wise choice.
Yeah.
Nah. The redheads still look Vikingish.
Anyway, continue.
It's not about. That's not here nor there.
I love derailing your train of thought.
You screech open the door enough to squeeze through.
Mm-hmm.
You see a room lined with gold
Ooh.
and rack after rack of strange, unidentifiable objects.
UFOs just everywhere.
I'm gonna do a quick look and see if if any of our stuff's here.
You don't see anything that looks American, not German,
Okay.
normal metal, wood, nothing like that. Everything is some strange stone or gem inladen with gold or silver, weird hats, strange earrings. It
Any
seems like a
weapons?
treasure room.
Yeah.
Otto is poking his head through the door.
Yeah. I'm looking. Hey, is there like a weapon or stuff I can stuff in my pockets?
Well, none of this looks like anything weird. It looks like weird orbs, weird pyramids, weird.
So it's the same sort of shit that was in the office, basically.
Yeah. If you want to say, "Oh, I put some weapons in," you don't know what's a weapon. I put
Okay.
some stuff that can fit.
Hey, I
in
was
my
thinking if
pocket.
they're like an axe-shaped thing or like a
You,
club-shaped
you
thing.
have an axe, man.
I know, but I want more weapons.
You want
All right,
more axes.
He
is there
wants
anything that,
a
like-
magical axe?
No, I mean, I'm looking to see if there's anything. All I have is an axe, and I'm hoping there's like a crossbow or a gun or something I could shoot with. But
No, well,
But-
not that you
yeah,
can tell.
I wouldn't
Otto,
recommend-
you peek your head in.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of what looks like archaeological artifacts.
My God.
And some of them are strange geometries that intrigue you just for the fact that they would be difficult to create. You can appreciate that their geometry and makeup is impressive and alien.
The knapsack is going open as I slide through the door.
Then you're just going to
Yeah.
start shoving something, just anything that can fit in the knapsack. Or
I'm going to grab a couple of things with strange geometry, and I'm also impelled by by those whole lights outside. Are there any glowing orbs inside this room?
ooh, yeah, any torch stuff.
This room is illuminated by the same thing on the inside, which is the doorway that you came through has gold carving around the edges,
Jeez,
and in the statues are little orbs of light,
Mm-hmm.
which illuminates
gonna-
this room.
But none on the shelves that are sort of free floating.
No glass orbs.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look
Okay.
around just to see if there's any glowing stuff that isn't one of those orbs. In general,
There are some blinking things, but they don't illuminate. They don't.
can
Some
I fit
things
him?
have blinking in them, but they don't produce
Can I
light like a
fit-
torch.
Yeah, can I fit him like in a pocket or in a bag?
No, they seem to be part of quite larger things, typically.
Oh.
Otto, you just randomly put some stuff in your bag?
Yes, indeed. A couple of things that are not too large, but seem interesting. And
I
then
want to do what Otto's doing too. I'm gonna stuff my pockets with whatever I can that'll fit in.
All right, well, let's slow your guys' roll. Otto, the first thing you put in your bag,
uh-huh.
It melts.
an alarm goes
It's
off.
poison. Wait, what?
As you
Naturally.
remove it from the gold pedestal that it is upon, you see
You took
a
the
light.
thing off the gold pedestal? Come on, man. That's like fucking amateur hour right there. Have you never
What?
seen Aladdin? The walls melt away. You fall into like the sand pit where you die.
The Sarlacc.
It was shiny.
The
In
monkey
his defense,
takes
the whole room is gold, so everything is a gold pedestal.
the monkey
yeah,
takes the ruby
I
that looks
slowly
like an
pulled
apple,
back up.
ruining everything for
I-
everyone.
I'll just put it back immediately and see if that stops the alarm.
It doesn't.
Okay, well
Behind-
then in that case, into the
Yeah, in that case,
into the
I
sack.
yell back the mafia guys, hey, get in here, we hit an alarm. And then I'm going to grab whatever stuff I can fit in my pockets, and I'm going to take off down the corridor.
Nothing is pocket-sized, but
Also,
some things are knapsack-sized, which is why he is...
I
grabbing the
love
thing
love the fact that everyone's like gold hungry after like
Yeah.
literally walking around in a fucking valley filled with gold. Like
the thing is, like, I don't know what this stuff does, and it looks cool and it's shiny.
So we better touch it because maybe it is, radioactive. Maybe touching it kills you instantly. Better start shoving it in bags.
At
This is
least
a
if it's in the
problem.
bag, I'm not touching it.
This is a pulp thingy. No one dies of radiation poisoning in pulp stuff, except for like the shirts.
And
So
if
first
there's
of all,
ever
let's
a
get back to
danger, there would be a
actually
conveniently
describing
placed
this alarm to
recorder.
you, since we keep getting sidetracked. As
Sorry.
you take it off the gold rack that it was on, a little light lights up in the base behind it, and an alarm starts going off. The glass orbs that were white,
Dumbass.
the glass orbs that were white turn red. Dave, as
Hello.
Rex, you hear an alarm go off. The light that is illuminating the hallway and the jail area in general turns red and starts blinking faintly. And you hear some sort of siren. It doesn't sound like an air raid siren. I'm not going to do this justice, but it is clearly an alarm, and it is also not,
okay.
air
Do I hear any footsteps like coming to attention or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, what about
Um,
like other guests in like the jail cells? Do they wake up? Like
Well, the raven-haired beauty sits up off of her bed for the first time and says, "That's new."
yes. So you haven't heard the alarm before? Interesting.
No, this is a new occurrence.
Well, it seems like maybe we're getting rescued. Or someone is trying to steal something.
I'm gonna
She quirks an eyebrow at that. Back with Otto and Arch.
So Otto grabbed his backpack thingy. I'm just gonna, if nothing's small, I'm gonna take off down the corridor because we're at a time limit right now.
There's
keep an
nothing
eye out
that
for my
convinces
stuff.
you you've got a
Priorities!
time limit than a giant
Yeah,
klaxon.
blinking lights and loud klaxons. And I'm gonna totally start yelling at Otto. Just even though my hand was halfway to grabbing something, when he grabbed his, I'm just like, "What the hell did you do that for?" So
It's also worth pointing out, Otto, that you can see that the cables run through this room and that there's a door at the other end that they also pass through. So there's another door.
yeah, we're going to the other door. And then I'm gonna yell, "Hey Otto, do the open thing with the necklace. See if that helps." And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna push it open. But
Julie, do the thing.
Yeah. Julie, still the thing.
Well, I'll go to the door and I'll say "open" in Atlantean at the amulet and see if the door's open.
The amulet glows, the door glows, and this time it swings open silently.
Oh,
fucking wonderful. All right.
Magic. How does it work?
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for people I know.
This
and our
room. This room is huge. It is quite large, maybe about the size of a basketball court if it was circular. The room is circular, and there is a second story to it. In the middle of the room, the floor is raised with a slight angle, circular with the room. So it's basically another circular platform in the center of the room. And there is a circular walkway around the midpoint of the room, like a second story. There appears to be some sort of podium or altar on this second story that overlooks the circle in the middle, and there are circular doors lining both the first floor and the second floor along the edges of the room.
Okay. Are we way past that door we just walked through? Because I'm gonna, like, hey, Otto, do you think you could try a close and lock on that door behind us?
So now you'll be trapped in the room that you know nothing about with the alarm going off.
Well, we can always say oh shit, they can always say unlock too. All right, never mind. Yeah, leave it open. Why not? Let's just point and arrow where we're going. So there's Otto. Your thoughts?
This appears to be a round room.
Okay.
You can see that the cables lead in from the room that you were in, and they disappear beneath the circular raised area in the middle of the room that you know nothing about.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there
You
any
can't
other
see
doors?
the top of it from here either. It's raised such that, like, if there was anything on it, you can't see it because it's almost eye level.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Any other doorways, or is that kind of the only way to go?
As I said, the second and first floors both have many circular doorways
Gotcha.
leading off, perhaps in various directions, maybe even leading to themselves. Who knows?
All right. Otto, I vote we do the center thing.
All right, let's do this. All right, to the center.
Okay. I waved them off you guys back, or waved them to follow us. I mean.
So you just get up on top of this center platform?
Yeah. Why not?
He's
The
taking
center
the point, of course.
Because
is
it
quite
blows up,
large.
killing everyone.
It appears to be made out of some sort of metal. It is cold to the touch, and there's a slight metallic echo when you step on it.
You mean aside from the alarms, right?
I would guess it's somewhat hollow.
I don't know that the camera shutter has been invented yet, but the entire thing looks like a giant camera shutter with several shark fin shaped metal pieces meeting in the center.
Okay.
Actually, I think the camera was way back in
Well, they invented the
figured
camera.
out. Yeah, I
but
don't know.
not
Yeah,
the
the
camera
shutter.
shutter.
Sure. All right, so then my character would have no idea not to stand on the thing that opens. So all right, I'm gonna stay there. Like a smart person, I'm gonna look at Otto. Does any of this make any sense to you? Like, is there you see any way to turn
Absolutely
this thing
not.
on and off?
I do
Are
not
there, like-
know. Let me see. Do I see any giant levers anywhere by chance?
Levers, blinking panels, anything we could poke and prod and generally ruin?
The only thing that you see is on the second floor, the walkway. There's that
the
strange
podium.
altar thing, which could well be something like that.
I think we might find something in that podium there on the second floor.
Then podium it is. Let's go to the podium.
You do not immediately see any way to navigate to the second floor.
We'll have to go for some of those round doorways, I think.
This second floor is like 12 feet up. So I don't know.
Okay.
You could also stand on somebody's shoulders if you were really desperate.
Human pyramid to victory.
Sure.
Did anybody got like a rope and a grappling hook handy?
Oh yeah, let me just pull one out of my ass.
Well,
No,
Maxton actually had a
I-
grappling hook, but that's
Yeah,
besides
let me see
the
if I
point.
had a let me see if I have one. No. Okay, never mind.
I distinctly remember at some point you never having one.
That's why I checked. But all right. In that case, You guys want to try to do the human pyramid thing, or you want to try doors? I like the pyramid idea.
Doors?
How
Both
many? How quickly are they being surrounded right now by monks? Like
They
Well,
don't
it's not-
hear or see
it's
any
the Yetis.
monks.
It's the Yetis that are getting us.
yeah.
So, all right, hang on. Let's go check the doors then, just on the off chance that there's something else important. Is there a door that has the most? It looks like it has the most. It's had the most foot traffic. Like a door that has the most like footprints or claw marks or nothing.
There's no markings of any kind in this room. It is pristine.
Where are all the skeletons in the room?
None.
Oh, okay. So they're not like piled around a door or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Well,
You
actually,
do see a big sign that says "Abandon all hope, ye who set off the alarm" here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's Otto's fault.
Yeah.
But,
How many skinless people do we see in the room?
well, that's you. Follow
Nobody
the,
has skin.
None
of you have
You follow the skinless people. That means
Everything
the
is
traps-
pain.
Oh. So, I mean, you always want to step on the plate with the skeleton. That means the trap's already been set.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Duh.
Because there's no
Perfect
such
logic.
thing when it comes to
Because that means
magic.
the acid's already been sprayed in the air and it all just like denatured. I think. So
Mhm.
all right. I don't like choosing doors at random. But if you guys think that's best, I'll go for it.
You could easily do the human pyramid thing too.
I like the human pyramid idea. Just because we were working on more of a time limit than we were earlier. So yeah.
Tick tock. Tick
Auto
tock.
human pyramid.
Tick tock.
Okay, as long as I'm at the top.
You and me are gonna be at the top of this South Park-esque dog pile of men.
Back to the pile.
Yeah. All right. So I say, hey, we got to get on the second floor. If you guys don't got ropes, that means someone's gonna have to be we're doing a human pyramid thing.
Or you could just, I don't know, like leg someone up.
Yeah. Well, Henry the home run haddock. There we go.
Simply throws you up there.
He will make a little boost with his hands. He'll cup with his hands near the edge, and he's pretty tall. He's like 6 and a bit, so that's halfway there already.
All right. If you want, I'll go first, just because.
I want to
like,
push all the buttons, says
bigger.
Art Strathorn as he.
No, I'm not going to touch any buttons. I figured that we should have someone. If there is monks are fighting, we should have someone who could take a punch or two before, getting thrown off.
Yes, they've been waiting for you at the top of this podium this entire time.
Just laughing and eating popcorn. But yeah, if you don't mind, I'll go first.
Yeah, he'll boost you.
Yep,
You
give me the
will
boost.
not. If you stand on his shoulders, awkwardly, you can't quite reach the top, but you almost do.
Okay. Can you give me a throw, Haddock?
Yeah,
Just
Just
throw me
have
up to the
somebody
ledge?
else climb.
Okay. Yeah. Then Otto, how about you climb? You seem like a
Okay.
science type.
You seem like a
Balaclava Benny
science type.
will help you climb up these 2 dudes, Otto, if you make the attempt.
Snickering
Perfect.
the whole time.
I do.
All right, you can climb on top of Arch and get to the catwalk. It is very catwalk-like.
Once upon the catwalk, I will do my little turn. On the catwalk.
Oh, a twirl.
Pirouette.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now what do
Okay.
you do?
Meanwhile, in the prison cell,
I head for the for the podium.
I don't help anyone up. Fuck you guys.
I don't
I'm
know.
going
Is he
straight
strong
for the
enough to
podium.
pull
Oh
somebody?
wait, am I supposed to help somebody up?
I don't know.
I don't think you have the strength to do it
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't
Um, Yeah.
While he's heading to the podium, I'm gonna start getting the mafia guys like, hey, give us a hand, climb, and help us up here. Like, let's help each other up, man.
do we even need to go up there? They look around at each other.
Well, I'm like, well, fuck you guys then. I
When
can
the
climb
floor
off of
turns
what's
to
face.
lava, you all die first.
You all die. Only Otto survives the campaign, while Rex remains stuck in a jail cell. Everybody looks
Having a long-distance relationship with a Nazi raven-haired woman.
Having a 7-foot long distance relationship with a Nazi lady.
Yeah.
All right, Otto, you go to the podium.
Indeed.
It definitely looks like a control panel.
Ooh.
Push
Okay.
all the
Buttons, levers. What type of control panel?
That's
Oh,
kind of
cheap.
hard to say, but
Aztecian runes.
there is plenty of Atlantean. Um,
All right, it's never worked before, but now here's
It's
to
actually
hoping
those
that it works
IKEA
this
pictogram.
time.
3 successes. That is, I mean, it's better than your previous rolls.
Yes.
Isn't that the stoutest praise he can manage?
Yes.
It's better than your previous rolls.
That's what we call damning with praise.
You manage to translate a couple words, and the words themselves are, I won't say buttons, but you do sort of, you do as you're
Could you just say
translating.
Okay, hang on. All I heard was you do translate it. It says buttons.
The end. That's it.
As you're working to translate these words, you do sort of notice that they are spaced in such a way that the strange patterns clearly are some sort of interface, and you would be able to pick out the interfaces amongst each other. So you could activate things with random buttons. You do manage to translate one word that you see in 3 different places.
Okay.
Bumblefuck.
And it's slightly different in each of the 3 places, but you're pretty sure they all say door. The 3 words are each slightly different, but you're pretty
So,
sure that word says door.
Door, and door.
Yeah,
Push
pretty
all
much.
3 at the same time.
Doreen, Dor, and Dora.
All right. Well, I'll go push the area of one of those doors.
All right, roll me a 1d3.
1d3.
Yeah.
This is how
very
out of the
this is how many
ordinary.
limbs you're gonna lose.
How
in the next
many
10
fingers
seconds.
get
Well,
chopped
there
off by
are
the
3
other 2?
buttons that say door, and you're saying that you're pressing 1. 2. You
The
press
Nazi lady walks out.
door number 2. There is a shutter throughout the room. You hear the sound of some sort of machinations in the floor beneath you, and all at once, the shutter on the circular platform in front of you swings open.
Ooh.
The entire room that was originally filled with the distant sound of the alarm going off in the other room is now drowned out by a steady, low, rhythmic bass. Boom, 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 boom.
Glow sticks are distributed.
I think they might know where we are.
Underneath the giant shutter is a pane of glass, and beyond that, illuminated by light from somewhere, appears to be a giant beating heart.
What?
What?
Size of easily the size of a semi-truck.
Clearly, we have to kill the heart. I mean, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of look at that, feeling a little bit sick to my stomach, and I'm gonna say, "What about the other ones?"
Various pipings or cables of some kind are interspersed between amongst this giant heart, which is now audibly bumping. Boom, boom,
Okay.
boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom, 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 boom.
What type of... Are we talking, like, realistic human heart here, or, like...
It's just a giant effing heart. I mean, most hearts, even between various
Kinda
animals,
look
are
like
very
hearts,
similar. Yeah. It's
Alright.
not like candy shaped. It's a candy heart.
So, yeah, I was about to say, it's just like...
Darn.
some
You can cut it out of construction paper.
B. It says "be mine" across the front, but it's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
badly spelled.
How can you spell mine or B wrong?
Just
Don't
B.
ask me.
Just do the
Ask
letter B.
the 8-year-olds in China that make them.
You do the letter B instead of B-E.
Okay.
B mine.
Or you might tack on an extra E.
Mm-hmm.
I
B.
hate-
The
I hate
possibilities
every
are not
single
quite
person
endless,
in this
Dave.
game.
Mhm.
Look, I'm trying to get our stuff and get to you, but we're just running in all this other shit in the way. So,
All right.
Is there a
well,
button that says prison cells? Can you
yeah,
push
is there?
that?
Try. I say try another one. Maybe.
yeah, I'll press the other 2 buttons that said door and see if
You're
that
gonna press
changes
both
anything.
of them.
Well, I mean, I'll press them one at a time, but
all right, then roll me
yeah.
a 1d3 again, and roll again if you get 2.
Or you can just
Okay.
say that you're picking
Or
one.
just say press 1 or 3.
I just okay, that's it. Yeah, see, you're
All
at
right,
top.
hey, you pressed 1. All right.
All right. You you press 1. All the doors that surround this room
Mm-hmm.
slide open in the same sort of shutter way,
Mm-hmm.
and over each of them a little light turns on. There is a little light inlaid in at the top of the circular archway that makes up the door, and they all blink on. Beyond the doorway are just dark stone tunnels, but you hear movement on the other end.
Okay. And
Press
then
that
I'll
press that button again. Like now.
Okay, I'll hit that button 1 again.
The doors close and the lights go off.
Okay. Anytime
and,
something's crawling down a tunnel toward us, we don't want that to crawl down a tunnel toward us.
and then I'll hit the button number 3.
All right, you cannot perceive what happens.
All the doors open, and you.
My
I'm
friends,
guessing all the
I have exhausted all of my options with the buttons that I feel comfortable pressing. There are many others up here, but I am concerned that bad things will happen. Sorry, I added the sound effects
Yeah.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
So is there any other ways around the or any? Hang on, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Any other doors?
Yeah, any other doors that don't have probable yetis crawling through them? Or is it just kind of we're on this pedestal, we've opened the heart, and now we're waiting for the monks to come and pull our spines out through our nostrils?
What is this? An episode of Mortal Kombat?
I mean, potentially. I think it will be in about 8 minutes.
How many doors open and how many ground spikes come out, slowly killing everyone in the prison cells because of the third button press?
Well, lava starts pouring in from the ceiling, so there's that.
Oh, cool! I climb under the bed and I'm instantly safe.
You use the lava as a ladder. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, I only get
all right.
burned a little bit, but I can climb the water as it comes in.
So, speak of the devil.
Yeah.
Arch,
Yes. That would be
you
me.
see blue light from behind you. Otto, you see blue light coming from the door.
The door that they came in, you mean?
Yep, the big
Yeah,
double door.
that's. That would be the monks, I believe.
Monks on your ass.
I'm gonna say. Hang on. Hey Otto, can you yell? Can you shout "close" with that door? Would that work? Like once they
Sure,
say
I'll,
open, you
I'll
yell.
try it.
No, when they
It's
say
already
open,
halfway
you yell
open.
close. No, yell close. Yell close. then.
Opening. Oh, it's
Close.
all the way open. Too
I'll
late.
yell close and okay.
Nothing happens. There are 3 monks there, blinking perplexed.
Hey, what are you guys doing in here?
Heartburn.
There is a brief moment where they blink. Sort of
Clearly,
nodding.
these are the guys that made the alarm go off. I don't know why we're surprised. Honestly.
I guess they weren't expecting over a dozen dudes
Hello.
having broken in down here.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we gotta need more monks.
Well, after blinking for just a moment, they assume a fighting stance, and I need initiative rolls
Well,
from everybody.
good luck, everybody. The monks will kick your fucking shit out of here.
Yeah, nutsack. All right.
Hatchet time.
All right,
Well,
initiative.
throw your grenade, man!
Actually, I do have a grenade.
I throw it right into the giant beating heart.
Oh,
Ooh, we could do a hostage situation.
ooh.
How did you get a grenade?
I grabbed one from the box. I think.
Pretty sure-
I just have grenade 1 written on here.
I'm pretty sure you took it from action.
Okay. Then
Because if you had the grenade written down there before you came to Shangri-La, they confiscated it from you.
They got my Yeti paw, the dicks.
Yeah, they got everything from you. So unless you
They
got the
didn't
grenade
get the
since you've
axe,
been
and I've
here,
got the pistol.
which I don't recall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. We'll yank the grenade then.
Dang.
No
All right,
more
but you do
grenade.
have you do have the axe, so there's
I've
that.
got the axe and I've got my empty pistol, so I can like dual wield and pistol whip and axe people.
Yes, pistol whipping with the pistol will be much more effective than punching.
Mhm.
All right, I need initiative rolls though from people.
All right. Hang on. Let me try to remember what my initiative is.
It's a D8 plus your no, it's just your initiative, right? Yeah, so it's just the same.
5d2 carrot 2
2
balls.
successes.
So, all right. I'm just gonna go regular axe because I don't have the dual wielding is gonna lower my stats. So, whip out the axe and brandish it all fancy like.
Good job, Dave. You'll go first.
Awesome. I stand around it myself.
He twiddles his thumbs and says, "Good luck, guys." I think I don't know.
I proceed to hit on the raven-haired woman.
Has the out of curiosity, do we? Well, I guess we probably wouldn't be able to hear if the alarm had stopped, would we?
No, I mean you heard it in another room, right? And it was still blaring. Rec did say that a distant sound of alarm.
Yeah, well, it hadn't stopped when you messed with the podium, and when these guys showed up, they didn't turn it off yet.
I see. Okay.
And
After they wreck us, they'll turn it off. Good to know.
Well, there's 3 of them, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you. So I mean,
I find it funny, by the way, that intelligence is initiative in this game.
makes sense, kind of.
Not really. I mean, like someone who's trained their whole life to be like a combatant, I think would go first. But that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have a Navy SEAL class.
Anyway, so the first thing that happens, 2 things happen simultaneously. Basically, the 4 mafiosos who are unnamed, sort of charge at the 3 monks who are posed in a martial art esque way.
Yep.
Let's do some rolls.
Okay. I was gonna say, and there's a sound of a blender and body parts fly back at us.
These mafiosos are definitely going to save your life. By the way, there is no way that you two are going to fight. Maybe you, Arch, but definitely not.
The
Otto.
red shirts? Well, I think Otto should probably stay up there and try to figure out more stuff about the
Yeah, he hits a huge
And that is
button,
exactly
and then
what Otto
lions come
intends.
out and like start fighting the monks.
Yeah.
It's really good. Holy fuck! What the
What
fuck?
on earth?
So, that actually went really well for you guys.
Yeah.
The first monk lashes out with some sort of palm strike, and you can see that it hits the shoulder of the mafia guy who was charging at him, sort of ineffectually.
Reassuringly,
it hits.
I think would be the best word right there.
It hits, but it doesn't really do much. The preceding mafia guy is going to get hit by one of the monks, and then the other mafia guy, because there's 4 of them. The 4th mafia guy pulls him out of the way. The 3rd mafia guy gets punched, but sort of reels back and brings up his fists, and it doesn't look like it did any damage to him. And now it is Otto's turn.
Hello, Otto.
All right. Well, I know I'm going to be worse than useless in a physical confrontation.
Throw your diamonds at them.
My diamonds? Not my diamonds.
Your scientist's best friend.
Indeed.
Create a
so
laser system that points
I'm
it
going
into
to
the
try and figure out some more of the stuff on the panel, because that's basically the only reasonable option.
All right. So there's there's two ways that you could go about this, Otto.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to take 3 turns doing it, you could get if you took 3 turns doing it, it would be sort of time well spent. If you want to try and do it in 1 turn, just roll your normal roll, and the DC might be a little higher than usual. So that's basically you can take 3 turns, or you can try and do it in 1.
I'll try and go for the 3 turns.
Okay, so for the next 3 turns, you can roll at the end of the 3 turns.
Perfect. Okay.
Wait, what are we rolling for?
He's going to try and translate more of the panel because he didn't bring anything to fight. Arch, this makes it your turn.
All right. Do the monks look like they're going for blood, or do they look like they're just trying to immobilize?
You don't know.
Okay.
You know nothing about strange magical kung fu.
Yeah. Balls. All right. Well, in that case, I'm not going to try to kill any of them yet.
Ask him a question.
I'm not going to ask them, are you guys trying to kill us or just punch us?
He didn't get the jokes. Okay.
Oh.
He said ask you a
them.
question, but because he's got a thick Australian accent, it didn't come across.
I heard a little static.
You've got
on
a
this,
thick
so.
Australian accent, piece of shit.
All right. In that
Not
case,
last time I checked, I did.
all right. In that case, I'm gonna wade in with the Webley, the pistol. I'm just gonna pistol whip him, but I'm gonna do a full attack. So that's
Well,
should
so
be
that's you have to roll your melee skill then.
Yeah. It's the damage would be 1 non-lethal with a pistol whip. So, all right.
So where are you getting that from?
I wrote it down. It's 3 lethal, 1 non-lethal if you pistol whip them.
Okay.
So if I had my shotgun, I could have done a 2 non-lethal, but and the axe has no non-lethal version without having to check the rule book.
Really,
so.
you can't like just turn.
Well, you can, but I think you get a negative to attack when you do that.
Just don't even worry about it. Roll something.
All right. My melee it's a total of 6, and if I'm doing a full attack, that's a +2, right?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. 8d2 caret 2. I got exactly halfway. Cool.
All right. Oh wow, you actually hit.
Sweet.
You hit. You clobber. It looks like he's too distracted by one of the mafiosos that he just missed, and you clunk him in the head a little bit, and he shakes his head, slightly disoriented.
I say, play nice, or I'm taking out the axe.
Behind you, Henry the home run haddock, you can feel large and in charge moving up behind you. And he will also make an attack with his baseball bat. But the monk dodges deftly out of the way as he swings, coming crashing down with an audible clang that rings throughout the room. Benny does nothing.
I yell back, what the fuck, Benny? Why aren't you helping?
My arms are sticks! I shoot guns!
It's
I
true,
spit in
he
the
does
ground and
shoot
say,
guns.
worthless. Hockaloogie, fucking worthless.
What's he gonna do? Flat kick a man?
I'm just making him
Suddenly,
feel bad.
Balaclava Benny, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style.
He could use his
Remembers his
flying
monk
knee.
training. Or from.
Mm-hmm. Takes a flying knee to the face. All right. I guess that's us.
I need a defense roll from you, Frank.
Yeah.
All right. My grand defensive capabilities are 7.
Damn.
I can't do much, but I can fight pretty good. Apparently, I can't defend pretty good.
You only has to roll less than 3.
The monk that was attacking you swings, clobbers you right in the jaw. You take 3 non-lethal damage.
Fucking hell. 3 damage with a punch?
Yep.
He's trained in punching. I assume it'd be the same for Graham's old character, too.
Oh, yeah. Graham's old character is designed to lay you out flat in one attack.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at 4 health now.
Non-lethal,
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
hang on.
so-
Do 4/7 just so I can keep track of that.
All right. And
Cat,
you're
you're sitting
reeling
on the
slightly.
keyboard.
Boop. Man, if only you were NPCs. The off in the corner, off to the side slightly, one of the monks is going toe to toe with just one of the mafiosos, and apparently this guy was a street boxer or is technically the chosen one or something because he is
The chosen one. Yes, I like having the chosen one on our side.
because he is ducking and rolling all of these monks' crazy
no,
attacks.
While also bitch slapping them as he runs.
On the other hand, another monk who's taking on two of the nameless mafiosos, he straight up lands some crazy twirl kick on one of the dude's side of their head, and he goes sprawling across the floor, sliding slightly as he does.
Does it look like they're trying to... I mean, are they fighting non-lethally or are they fighting lethally? Can I tell? Being the old school
No,
combatant that I am.
It's crazy martial arts. You have no idea.
Ninja shit, dude. Ninja shit.
The only
Okay.
thing you can say for certain is that everybody was kung fu fighting.
Everybody was
Are
kung
they fast
fu
as lightning?
fighting. Those
Were
kicks
those
were
kicks fast as lightning?
lightning.
Kind of hate you girls.
Was it a little bit frightening?
I must admit, it was a little bit frightening.
That's all I know of that song.
They had expert timing. I believe there were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown.
All right.
You see a couple mafiosos land some limp-wristed punches. They land. You don't. I mean, the monks don't look winded at all. Otto, your turn comes and goes as you're spending it, and we come to Arch.
In case you're wondering, Rex is still just going to hang out in the prison cell for a bit longer. He feels
Out of curiosity,
like it's,
Rex's doors didn't open at all in the last, hour, did they?
Nope.
None of the stuff we hit. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna bonk the monk. Bonk him again. Apparently, the best damage I can do is one non-lethal, unless I want to just chop him up.
Just fucking chop him up, man. What are you doing? Who cares?
All right, fine, Dave, jerk. All right, I'll pull the. No, I don't want to pull the axe yet. Until I can see they've killed somebody, I don't want to actually start killing them. They're
Look at this
dicks,
guy.
but they're not like murderers.
He's got rules. Where's Rachel?
Swear to me. 8d2 caret 2. 4 successes.
Boop.
Yay.
Wow. You critically hit.
I do?
Yeah. Well, he got 0 successes on his defense roll.
I knew you had it in you, Arch.
Yay.
I kiss my pistol butt. Mwah. Then I wipe some braids off the end of it.
So you will bump that up to 3 non-lethal damage that you have dealt.
Score.
Down from 1. Or up from 1.
Okay.
He reels. His eyes roll around in his head a little bit, but he's still standing.
Kick him in the nuts. Oh, no, okay.
You don't get 2 attacks.
Balls.
Then behind you comes Henry, the home run haddock. But he's probably going to miss again with his luck. So let's see what happens there. No, he hits. He hits the same guy you hit right after you clobber that guy in the head, and he goes reeling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
With an uppercut baseball bat swing, Henry, the home run haddock, clobbers the guy in the jaw, and there is a sickening crunch of bone as the metal bat hits him in the head. And that monk goes flat on his ass, arms stiff as a board, sliding backwards across the ground unconscious.
That's what we call a 1-2 punch.
There we go. I look at a haddock. I'm like, yeah, good shot, pal. Let's get the other fucker.
Speaking of which, now they attack, and you can see something changes in their eye.
Uh-oh. Nate, no. Sorry, that's cat.
All
My
right.
ankles are her favorite toy right now.
let's see here. I need a defense roll from you.
You being Frank, right? Being me.
Yep. Well, not Otto, unless I was pulling some sort of
72.
surprise person from behind.
Ooh, I got hit.
Precious, sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Yeah, the fucking dice.
Yeah.
God, everyone keeps fucking using that line. Like everyone.
It's a good line.
Suppose so.
It was also a good line 10 years ago.
You get
Agreed.
kicked right in the gut, Arch, for 3 non-lethal damage.
Fuck. I am at 1 non-lethal health.
Meanwhile, the monk that was fighting 2 dudes has knocked out the other of the 2 dudes and is moving over to you and Henry the Home Run Haddock.
Okay.
And now, for something completely different, Otto's turn is being consumed. So Arch, you're gonna go again.
All right, I'm gonna boop him, bop him on the head.
Bop.
Although wait, no, that's the 3rd turn. So Otto, you can actually roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do it, Otto.
Okay, I'll give it a roll. All
If you
right,
get
wish
a
me
one,
luck.
if you get a
No,
one,
no, 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 before you roll, I'll remind you that you could add 2 dice with a style point preemptively, but
I'll
don't have
add 2 dice with a style point.
all right.
preempt the fuck out of that.
Here we go.
Hey,
Woo!
Right.
fucking
Finally, something you can work with.
This system, everybody.
In the heat of the moment, with adrenaline pumping through your veins, even though not but a minute passes between 3 rounds, suddenly it all makes sense to you. A wave of inspiration coming over you.
Could you say
You
that
can-
with a little bit more conviction?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'm just kidding. Go for it.
Da, da. You
Boom, boom, boom,
can
boom,
pretty
boom,
much
boom.
read any word on this panel now. Just to go over the things that you've previously done, you see the first door quote unquote button that you opened would be more accurately translated as viewport as opposed to door, something to view, look through, window more like instead of door.
Okay.
The second door that you opened is more like cage door.
Okay.
I knew
You
you
also
should
see
close
the,
that door.
you also see the word Yeti next to it.
Okay.
Yeti door.
Yeah.
The Yeti door.
Is the side for Yeti a big middle finger? Or is this like a decapitated limb?
The third button that was labeled door that you pressed is more accurately translated as portal. And that was the third thing that you pressed.
Portal. Brilliant. Brilliant, I say.
You see some other words that tickle your
Mhm.
fancy.
Like fancy tickler.
Yeah, that's my favorite word.
Including large and in charge alarm is on one of the buttons. You also see map is another one of the buttons that might intrigue you.
Mm-hmm.
And another button that you see is vault. And underneath you see lock, unlock, disarm.
I think you should
Okay.
push all of these buttons. They
And
sound great.
Not
yeah.
not the friggin' the Yeti button.
No,
Don't push the auto
Yeti
dismember.
not pushing the Yeti button again.
What was the number
All right.
2 door?
The
That
number
was-
2 door
was
was the Yeti.
No, what was
and
the
he's
hot
saying-
door? What was the
That
hot
was,
door?
saying-
that was window.
yeah.
Window. Okay.
Yeah, that was window.
Windows, balls, sweat drop down balls, all that stuff.
So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and press the disarm button, the vault disarm button.
You push the disarm button. Nothing perceptible happens.
And then I'll push the alarm button.
The alarm goes off. I mean, it doesn't go
Perfect.
off. It goes off. You know what I mean?
Stops
it's off now.
going.
Oh,
It stops going on. It the alarm ceases to be going with the on.
It is no more. It has ceased
There
to
we go.
be.
So the monks hear this and they're like, "Oh, well, okay, clearly nothing's wrong," and then they leave.
Those three
Well-
monks we sent to check on it clearly checked on it and then shut
And
off the
fixed
alarm. Done and
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bought us some more time. Not
All
a
right,
lot
that's
more
what you-
time, but
That's
some.
what you can do on this turn. Next turn, we'll revisit some other buttons you could potentially press. Arch,
Okay.
you want to
Slowest
give me a
button
roll of some
pusher
kind?
ever.
Yep, I'm gonna bonk him again.
Uh-huh.
With the blade of the axe.
8d2 caret 2.
Hey.
4 successes.
You miss completely. He dodges deftly, this new guy who's shown up after taking out those other two monks. Clearly, the one you were fighting was an initiate or something, and this guy knows what he's actually doing.
So this guy's like actually fighting. I've pretty much one more punch. I'm unconscious, so I probably should have whipped out the axe.
Do a perception roll to see what type of belt he's wearing. Is it black?
It's the championship belt for the weight
right.
class. Yeah. So
Heavy
The
weight
belt
championship.
he's wearing is actually reflective. It's a
It's-
mirror belt.
it
Oh,
says
wow.
WWF all over
that's
it.
that's
but,
some really deep stuff there. I mean, like, his skill level is reflective of whatever his opponent is.
Ooh, don't we make auto fight him? Make auto fight him.
All right.
Henry the Home Run Haddock swings at him and lands a blow, but the guy rolls his shoulder back into past the blow, so it just swipes away, maybe just barely bruising him. To which he responds by doing an open palm strike against Henry the Home Run Haddock.
Yeah.
And it lands right in his sternum, and you can see that briefly the wind is knocked out of Henry, and he actually skids across the floor a little bit.
Like a Dragon Ball Z character.
Yep, like a Dragon Ball. There's also a shockwave. The floor cracks underneath them.
Yeah. And he, like, has drag marks from, like, just the push of him
Yep.
being pushed.
Then Henry goes Super Saiyan.
And that takes about 5 episodes, so...
Yeah,
like,
that's we'll be here like in 6 more weeks till he does Super Saiyan. Yeah. Okay. All right. What happened to that one like super lucky mafia guy? Is he still swinging or?
I'm doing those rolls right now.
Gotcha.
Let's find
Okay.
out. Oh, wow. Yeah, they are going toe-to-toe, and both of them are blocking each other's blows. Why this random mafia guy is as good as this martial artist monk is beyond you.
He
But
grew up in the streets of New York, motherfucker.
He grew up in the streets of like Shanghai, dude. Maybe.
they are consistently rolling the exact same on their attack and defense, so they're literally just attacking and blocking and attacking and blocking.
Perfect.
They start
Okay.
to hug each other. It looks super weird.
Yeah, it's actually a huge letdown. They build up this fight for years, and then one of them
Yeah.
hugs the other guy the entire time.
But
And then
luckily,
goes
the
home and
first
beats
two
the shit out of
fights
his
were actually
wife.
pretty good.
Oh! Oh!
Hey, the first two fights were decent. Although, did you guys hear that Pacquiao actually needed shoulder surgery?
Let's get back on topic.
Getting off topic here, Arch.
I know, but still. All right.
Otto, it rolls back around to your turn.
All right, it's time to press the map button. I think.
A map downloads into your brain.
You now
Brilliant.
know math. Oh.
You've
I
forgotten
know Kung
science,
Fu.
but you know
I
the
know
map
map
perfectly.
I know Kung Fu. You push the button, and a little display rises from the podium and switches on. And you can make out that there is a whole network of tunnels that spread out from this cavern that you guys are in.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell where you are because it comes off of the main square of the cavern and is then a circular room. So you presume that that is where you are.
Okay.
Giant red arrow saying you are here doesn't tell him though. But, yeah.
You see a line of light that follows the path of the cable in one
That's right.
direction to a point that is lit on the map. which would be to the north. You're to the east. To the south is labeled in Atlantean storage.
Mm-hmm.
And to the west is jail.
Brilliant. Cool. Awesome.
All right, I will call to the guy. Say, I know where we're going next.
To the
Therapy
portal!
Store. Okay.
Leave somebody to rot.
Yay!
He gets to rot with a pretty German lady, so it could be worse.
Yeah.
Not
You
in
know,
the
he
same
really hates
room,
his guts.
though.
Still.
Ugh.
Could be an ugly German man.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
on
just-
that note,
Yeah, the moment you get close to her, you realize it is actually a German overweight man.
she's very good at hiding it.
Yeah.
So, do we lose Rec again?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
Now you get to roll an attack. Or
All right.
run away from the guy who might potentially knock you on your ass.
Roll an
yeah,
attack.
I'm gonna do the tactical retreat, and I'm gonna stuff that red herb, that red root in my mouth while I'm doing that.
Oh, you're going to
Oh,
put red root?
shit.
You're going to put the red root that you don't know what does in your mouth right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Finally!
Yep,
First
I'm gonna
episode
red
comes
root it up.
back.
So I'm gonna jump back, hopefully behind Haddock if I can get that far. Just stuff the red root in my mouth, and then get ready to yank out the I forgot about that until this turn. I'm like, why did I fucking eat that? So I just eat fucking red root. See what happens.
All right. Good
Like
question.
red root of exploding diarrhea or something.
You feel
Red
really
root.
calm and super high.
Yeah, my notes say, quote, chew to rage.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
So,
will chew and hopefully rage.
well, hold on a second. All right. First thing I need is a willpower roll,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
which is
Ours.
3 dice for you.
3d2 caret 2. I might not get it.
Okay, 2 successes. Well then,
Nothing
Arch,
happens. Yeah.
Yes.
your strength increases by 2.
Sweet.
You lose all function of talking and
No,
Oh.
you feel a surge of anger run through your body, white hot, intense rage, fueling your clenched fists. You can feel it in your joints, but you maintain your cool.
Sweet.
so that also increases your move by 2, FYI.
Increases my move and it increases my melee
Yeah.
by 2. So now if I do a full attack, I'm rolling 10 fucking dice.
Damn.
Yeah, boy.
All right. But that's next turn. So let's do some NPC rolls to see what happens. So that
pop-up
guy,
thing worked.
that's sternum punched Henry. Henry comes back and clangs him in the side of the head with his metal bat.
Nice. Killing him instantly.
Nope. The guy does a Matrix style bend down where he almost touches the floor, but he gets right back up
Okay, yeah.
and attacks
Nice.
back.
So the blow lands, and he does one of those bam off of the floor and back up into action.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow,
Which
impressive.
He then hits Henry again. This time it seems like a normal fist attack. Nothing strange kung fu open palm stuff.
He doesn't bitch slap him, basically.
This is to the gut, to which Henry again grabs his sides and looks like he's knocked out of air again. He takes 2 steps and looks wobbly. Henry looks pretty wobbly. Let's see how those 2 guys, who for some reason are perfectly matched, are doing.
When they fucking shouldn't be. Come on,
Oh.
red shirt.
Finally, the monk does a front flip kick that hits the guy in the top of the head and sends his face
He
careening.
axe
to the-
kicks the guy from standing? That's impressive.
Sends his face crashing into the ground, completely unconscious. The monk then turns to look at you, Arch. But it'll be Otto's turn first.
Otto, push the button that kills the monks.
Yeah, is there like a self-destruct monk button?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
By
I'll
chance?
just get right on that button. I'm
Yeah,
sure it's
okay.
around here
There are
somewhere.
loads of buttons. I can't tell you what every button says, but if you ask me a leading question like, is there a button that says blank, I can tell you yes or no.
Is there a button that says shut down monks?
No.
Darn.
Is there some sort of a button that has a connotation of weaponry? Perhaps fire or explosion.
Start the
Or-
drill.
So there's a button that says defenses.
Ooh. But then the question is, how do I make sure it's defending against the proper people?
Science.
Science. You know, sadly,
Blinded
How
me
many
with
monks are still up?
2.
two. Of the
Yeah.
3,
2 months.
one has been knocked unconscious, and
And I
you
think
guys
it's-
have
we're the
also
last
just
two.
run out of nameless mafiosos.
Yeah.
And you're down to just Arch and Henry and Benny, who has been hanging out until now, but looks like he may have to
Smoking
get
around the corner from the Yeti.
Yeah.
Making sure
Well-
that Clinton is alright. It's a legitimate thing,
You-
guys.
If you'd have told us what you were doing, it would have been legitimate. Instead of just waltzing away.
You
I'm
guys
sorry.
That sounded angrier than it was. But, all right, you jerk.
Okay.
What about this vault? Did you design?
You know, I did disarm the vault. Hitting the defenses button. No, I can just see it going way too wrong.
You can always just press it again.
Yeah, once everyone gets shot, just press
After
against,
the
everyone gets
strange
shot
laser
twice.
cannons turn you guys into
Yeah.
Swiss cheese, you can just press the button again.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and solve all the problems. No, I'm just going to have to hope that they manage these last 2 monks.
Okay. Arch,
Speaking about
your
that,
turn.
how do you feel about taking a break, Wreckage?
I was gonna wait until the end of the combat.
I was
since,
too, but we're 15 minutes over, so.
Well, fine. 15 minutes over. I guess we have to.
We can do a
Big
quick
whiny
break.
baby.
Alright, guys, we're going to take a quick break here, allow our players to powder their noses and their butts.
Ah,
Exactly. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We've got another 2 hours of this.
okay.
Alright, guys.
All right, I'll be right back.